So many games from my childhood, so many games to pick from. We did Banjo-Kazooie, we want to do Yoshi's Story eventually. Star Fox 64, F-Zero I never really owned, but, there is one game I remember very vividly from my childhood, and it did kind of scare me a little bit here and there. Well, it's time to revisit the land of Hyrule once again. This time, I'm going to hopefully read this out to you guys, and yes, that playtime is my actual playtime. I think it's across multiple people because I'm helping some people out with this game. I don't know. To save Hyrule and the Triforce from the evil Ganondorf, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is back. So set off on a critically acclaimed journey to stop Ganondorf, who plunged Hyrule into darkness. Travel through time as a child and adult Link and experience Hyrule in peace and war to save and protect the legendary Triforce. To save the world and protect the legendary Triforce. Ugh. Your journey will take you through dense forests, across wind-whipped deserts, swim raging rivers, and climb treacherous mountains. Dash on horseback across rolling hills, and I can never pronounce that word right. Dilute. I'm gonna say dilute. I know it's wrong. Into dungeons with full of creatures that will fight and put an end to your journey or to your adventure. As Link, you'll travel through time to solve puzzles, save friends, and right Ganondorf's wrongs. With your trusty Ocarina of Time and the mysterious youth Sheik, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is an epic, a series of epic challenges connecting by a touching story, as that has made all of the that has all the making of a absolute classic. I botched out incredibly. I think the European version doesn't change anything. Nope. Wait, was there an extra word in there? Just skimming it. Nope. But yeah, you're probably thinking, you already did like a 3-hour challenge, a proper Let's Play. You did pretty much everything you wanted to do with this game, right? Incorrect. For those who do not know me, I am still a pretty active person with this game, and I'm still trying to find like new or interesting ways to play this game. And to be fair, I did 2 of those last time I played this game on the Virtual Console, which obviously is the Switch Online. I did a Swordless run, which is extremely doable, and I did a 3-hour challenge run again, but with the same implications of during Child Link, only Child Link, I was challenging myself to not use the sword. It was extremely doable. You just have to be very patient and know where certain money farming spots are. But that's not what we're going to be doing in this Let's Play. This Let's Play is going to handle pretty much everything a little differently than what you guys expect. We are going to be... I'm going to just put the baseline in there, or base subject what we're going to be doing for a long time for this. We are going to still collect all the gold Skulltulas we can, also now. We're going to collect all the gold Skulltulas we can. We are going to go through the entire game. Well, not the entire game. We're going to go through most of the game with 3 hearts up to a certain point. For those who know what the certain point is, good for you. If you guys don't know what the certain point is, I'll explain later. We'll still be getting all the upgrades. We'll still be getting all the things that I could possibly do without driving myself insane. And then as a bonus video, or maybe during like the main LP, we might go back and do one thing that I've done maybe twice now. And yeah, I mean, my goal for this LP is also just to do flat out more than I ever did in my original LP, because my original LP, I'm not gonna lie, sucked ass, because it was my like one of my first games I ever did. So of course it's gonna like suck a hell lot more than people think it would. So, just for a little bit of flair, let's put Link 64 in here. So yeah, my original LP, it was garbage. I did not like it. Also, I'm not going to read the dialogue because there's some auto-scrolling parts that, I feel it's better just kind of if you read it by yourselves. I'm going to talk over the opening cutscene just because you know, it's the opening cutscene. Who hasn't seen this like a million times? Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. But yeah, I'm gonna go over some new tricks I learned over the years of playing the game. I'm gonna go over some, I guess, potential speedrun methods for the NSO in particular. But yeah, as it goes on, I'll probably just throw out little, like, trivia facts here and there about, like, temples or how I might have solved stuff as a kid. So it's still gonna be like a proper LP, it's just, I'm going to definitely be a lot more talkative than I was in, like, the prior LPs of this game. At least I hope I'm getting more talkative. I have been trying to work on my commentary skills quite a lot. I am also going to say this right now. Getting an Epona, we might not do, because it's not required to beat the game. It's required if you're going for 100%, but it's not required to beat the game. And I will talk about that when we get to that point. And knowing me, I will still probably get Epona just because Epona's Epona. Uh-huh. Oh no, not the evils of the world. I seriously don't care. Like, if you guys want to read the story, by all means, it's a very good story. And I feel like this is one of the only times I'll ever bring this up, just because I'm very intrigued to know what people think about this. I have the Ocarina of Time manga, and it's very interesting, because, like, after playing the game for so many years and reading the manga, it kind of deviates a bit in one part in particular. We'll talk about that as I said. We'll talk about it when it comes up. But for those who know what the deviation is, yeah, isn't that a little weird? So yeah, man, this game, I have so many damn memories of this game actually. But yeah, I'm saying but a lot just because my brain isn't really thinking right now. It's freaking 10 in the morning and I decided to do this as an LP and I'm just like, yeah. Talk about that. This is also not going to be the only small LP I'll be working on for a long time because some of my other smaller LPs I'm going to put a lot of forethought into. Okay. Hey, Navi. Wake us up. Or Navi. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Lake 64. Yeah, we'll get up. Come on, get up, you lazy boy! I don't know why I knew that voice for her. I had a nightmare. I've had a nightmare recently, actually. Because lack of sleep, mostly. Great Dicketry asked me to find you, bring you to the place. Sure, let's go. Okay, so, if you hit, I forget which button it is, can you not do it in Link's house at this point? I don't think you can. There was a button you could switch to, like, look at Link from a from a closer up perspective. Hey, Saria! Hey, Saria! What are you doing? Besides telling us that we have to go see the Great Dicketry. Also, for the longest time, I always thought this was a spider. Like a little spider web design. I don't know why. Just one of the weird things you think of, like, as a kid, and then it's like, it never leaves you because you're always thinking about stuff like that. To be fair, I think it's just, like, moss or something. It's supposed to, like, keep the tree up or the platform up for the Link and whatnot. But, you know, I always saw a spider web. So, going over some small tricks right now, because I usually don't talk about that. That blue rupee always respawns as soon as you enter or exit a house. It would be on the opposite side from where you start. Next up, are you Middow's house? You are Middow's house, yep. So if we come in here, there are 4 chests. That's a green rupee, this should be a blue rupee or a recovery heart. Yeah, afraid recovery heart, don't need it. This should be the blue rupee. Yep, this should be a 1 rupee. And that should be a recovery heart. Nope, blue rupee. I clearly didn't watch like a crap ton of randomizers recently. Yeah, that's more or less what happened. I just watched a ton of randomizers, so my brain is kind of like, oh, it's a random treasure chest. It's like, no, it's not. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even remember what are in what are. I remember what's in all the tiny chests. The big ones are pretty obvious just because, like, it's a big chest. You're gonna get 1 out of 3 things in there. Or 1 out of 4 things, rather, in there. So if you always get the other ones, you kind of know what you're getting already. So, probably the bush is not the best place to get some money, but I definitely want to get to 35 real quick. Because we are going to be moving quite a little bit faster than what I'm usually used to when it comes to LP stuff. Because, you know, I've been LPing, like, RPGs recently, and, like, all of those games are like, oh, you gotta get tied down to a cutscene, and you have to learn stuff, and then you get to get nothing. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I really hate the map being down there, so, how do I get rid of you? There's a way to get rid of you. Nobby, not now. I'm trying to remember how to get... You can get rid of the map in this game, I thought. Can you not? Oh. Oh, it's L. That's why. The map has some useful stuff later in the game, but it's mostly during, like, dungeons than it is, like, in the open world. That will be rectified later in other games, for sure, because I know Majora's Mask does a lot of different stuff in the main map, and actually like having it up there. With this, we got the Kokiri Sword, and I believe in other versions, like the European version, I haven't played the European version on this just because I don't really want to. I believe this is actually called the Kokiri Dagger in some other versions. So, we're going over the subscreens. You basically got your equipment screen, which you can equip various items. You only get to equip whatever's on this side. Because on this side, this is your actual equipment, or your little sub-weapons. You basically can put anything that's a quest item in here. Over here, it's a map to tell you where you are, and I believe that compass changes depending on where you're facing. And then the, not quest log, but the key items screen. Basically, everything you're going to need to know. Stuff that you can get later, how many heart pieces you have on you currently. Or heart containers, not heart pieces. No, heart pieces. Piece of heart, not heart containers. Key items and how many songs you have on you. Because, let's be fair, as soon as you get that titular Ocarina, you're going to be learning a lot of songs. Pretty rapid fire, in all honesty. So, if I actually really wanted to, I could do a swordless run right now, because I do have enough money to already buy, I believe, I'm going to have enough money to buy 2 Deku Sticks pretty soon, and that's pretty much what you're going to be using outside your sword. But because I don't want to waste, you know, time and or money, I'm going to basically stick to whatever I know is best. So I should stop getting money now, because I'm already at the goal. So, with that, let's go to the shop and buy something useful. You know, something extremely freaking useful that you'll be using throughout all of one dungeon. I'm actually not even joking. You will only use it for like one dungeon if you play the way I do. Also, yeah, I didn't find that out until like I was watching a speedrun. Okay, I would like to buy a Deku Shield. 40 rupees, right down the drain, but it's worth it. By freaking Joe, is it worth it? If you're not Z-targeting something, you can just crouch and get ready for defensive position. Now, if we go over here, let's go buy a Deku Stick. We're only going to buy 1, because that's how much we're going to need. And this does skip you collecting items in the wild later. It skips all the little pre-text stuff, so you just pick it up and go about your day. Yeah, I know you carry out to 10, don't worry. Can we buy... We can. I don't want to do this, but we're going to definitely want this for later. I was going to go kill monsters that would drop this kind of stuff, but it's a situation where get it now in the shop and just kind of get it out of the way with. Because, no, because I'm going to have no use for rupees for a little bit with this, because rupees aren't really a major concern in old-ish Zelda games. In some of the modern Zelda games, I can see people being like, oh, rupees are really important. Not so much in the N64 library. Because the N64 are also only 2 games. The most you'd want rupees for is in Majora's Mask. That's for damn sure. You definitely want a lot of rupees in that game. As of this, you know, it's a game that was kind of like the introduction to a lot of this, so it's not too important we have all this. Also, I really hate the fact that I have 8 rupees right now. Yeah, thank you. Bye, Middo. We'll talk to you later. Okay, so... get some more sticks real fast. I said some more sticks real fast. Thank you, game. And let's go to the Great Digger Tree. I got 2 more sticks I needed. And Navi! Yes, I have returned. Well, she's returned. Yeah, she brought me. Whatever. Yo! Hi, Giant Tree! You actually get quite a facelift later in the series. Even though that's technically not true because of certain things. Well, yeah, I'll talk about spoilers and stuff like that in like not really a bonus episode, but like just kind of like another episode entirely, because this is gonna go into the little spoiler territory for this game. Even though this game is freaking 23 years old now. Yeah, I've got enough courage to take on the task. Uh-huh. Yes, I know how to speak to my damn fairy now, please. Let me inside you. I know how bad that sounds, but let me inside you. Okay. Inside the Great Digger Tree, which is a song, weirdly enough, used in a couple other Zelda games. Stay up. Give me a stick. Give me a heart, give me a rupee, give me some more rupees, I wanted a nut. Okay. It's time to climb. So I'm going to do something extremely stupid in a minute here. Also, just for prosperity and situations of like, oh, maybe you want to see what's in every chest, we're going to open up every big chest that we find in the dungeon. Yep, got a map so we can see what area we're in. Cool thing about Skulltulas like this, if you stop moving when they see you, they won't attack you. And let's try to get past that real fast. And we come down here. We have Skulltulas outright. And we're not dealing with you because we're coming right over here to find our first collectible. Navi, shut your goddamn face, please. Also, for those who are like, I'm not used to you saying, like, bad words like this. I'm not going to censor myself for this LP. So, go over here, hit this switch. Jump over here, then jump slightly off center. Cut this guy out. And we get our first collectible, the gold Skulltula. So now, if we just do this, we got a recovery heart with the regular Skulltula, and get hit again because I'm really bad at defending for some reason. So we come over here, hit switch again, and then do platforms like normal. 1, 2, frick my shoe. It's not hard. Why did I mess it up? Yeah, reset. 1, 2, jump. Fine, I did it the boring way. Because apparently the game doesn't want me to be fancy. You can't be fancy. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, got a compass. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna find it so tempting not to go for this stuff, but I'm like, I might as well show it off because maybe there's some people who just want to see the maps. I did a really poor job about doing that beforehand. But yeah, all I gotta do to leave this room is light the torch and you're set. Or the Vizier. Vizier. So, come over here, and we go fight a Skulltula. Don't bother attacking the front. Wait for it to turn around, tap the side, or tap the back, and you're set. Okay, so Link, don't mess up. Did it. So we have quite a few gold Skulltulas here. There's actually 2 in this room. One over there and one over there. As a recovery heart, don't need it. But we are going to need a dig stick to be lit on fire to do this next puzzle. And now we can't progress in the dungeon any further because the way I did this, or the order I did this in, rather. So you're probably thinking, like, well, then what's the point of doing it completely out of order? I just wanted to show that the fact that it can be done. I'm gonna do, like, really cool and dumb stuff like that every so often if I can just go, like, okay, I can put some time aside to do that. And, yeah, I mean, I know a couple of the dumb secrets in this game, but they're not a whole lot. So, let us just barrel up the damn vines again, because I need to get to the room right over there. Over here. Hey! There's L target again, or Z target again, rather. Not L target. L target wasn't a thing until... Brain? Twilight Princess. Actually, no, Wind Waker, because Wind Waker came out before Twilight. Yeah. Just tell us if we can roll and avoid gain damage. Wow, you're feeling bold. And, Alright, so what the game expects you to do is see that platform and jump over there so we get target practicing here. The thing about that is, you do not even have to do that. You just come over here, climb the vines, and get the big treasure chest to get... Come on, Link. There you go. To get the fairy slingshot. And, yeah, it's kind of worth it, depending on how you see things. We now have 30 slingshot ammo. Okay. So up there, I believe it's a small chest that contains a recovery heart, which you don't need. So what the game wants you to do is use your new fairy slingshot to shoot down that ladder, or just time effective. You can do that and be on your way. Whoop, that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted either. Okay. Well, down we go. To retrieve the gold Skulltulas. Okay, aiming is inverted, so get used to that. Also, I missed entirely. Two slingshot pellets, rather. And then I think it's like 2 or 3 sword slashes to get rid of the gold Skulltulas outright if you're using this, if they're close enough for your sword. And boom. Now there is another gold Skulltula in the Great Dig Tree. We cannot get it yet. Before anyone's gonna be like, oh no, you can probably do it if you finagle stuff, right? Nope. It is actually, well, frick, thank you. It is impossible to get it right now because we need a certain item. If you're playing a randomizer, you could probably get it, but it's not... You can't get it in the original, is what I'm saying. So, with that, we don't have to attack that Deku Scrub. We can just go here outright, and... Navi? Shut your face. As much as I'm all for new players learning the tutorials and stuff, I played this game over 50 freaking times. I know how to play a Zelda game. Or at least this one in particular. There's a ton that I still mess up with, like Skyward Sword in particular. Oh boy, if you guys want to see me suck at a game, you guys should watch me play Skyward Sword. To be fair, I plan to do that as an LP eventually, but it's not really on my to-do list like right now. Okay, fun little fact about this. If you could finagle it right... Navi! Shut! Facehole! Probably a cute little fairy or something, but no! Shut it! I know how to press the control stick. Thank you. Thankfully, this intro part of the game is the only part I'm gonna really like nag on Navi a lot, just because it's kind of what the internet thing to do, and to be fair, it's kind of fun. I remember playing this game like when the oh come on, you could do. I've done that in the past. Fine, we'll do it the smart way. Like, even playing it for myself and playing it with a friend while I was doing, like, a practice run for this. Well, practice run being, you know, just replaying the game for the fun of it. Like, I didn't even talk bad about Navi. It's just the fact that, like, yeah, it's really only in the first area that, like, a lot of people just go, like, Navi. But yeah, like, I never found Navi too annoying after, you know, you get past the Dignitary and whatnot. I don't need them, but I'm gonna take them because why not? Whoop. Right, freaking Pro Controller right now acting with me. Okay, we open that door. Not gonna waste any time. Just get right in there and find a Skulltula. Got it. Okay, we got some Dick Nuts. Those are Goma eggs. You can actually avoid them outright and not ever deal with them. So let's just do the smart thing and not deal with them ever. We're gonna burn this down. There's no way to get past that wall, but we will have a way to get past that wall soon enough. And with this, we have done it. We have now made an entire loop around the bottom of the Dignitary, however the hell you pronounce it. So yeah, like we're gonna be approaching our first boss. We're probably gonna end the video as soon as we're done, like the next little bit of cutscenes. And yeah, we're gonna have quite a time because this is gonna be actually a pretty fast but pretty fluid run of the game for me because practiced it a lot recently. Oh, this can't burn it by doing it. You gotta strike it and then fall right in. Okay, so I have a funny story, and my friend said it was cool to tell the story. I was helping my friend play it. He somehow clipped, he jumped attacked the wall there. He somehow went flying over here and died. He had like half a heart left. So you could hit that and then fly way the hell over here. So that was something that we both laughed at because he's never played the game before, and I'm like, I've never seen anyone do that. And it's true, I've never seen someone do that. And with this, you're gonna let the secret out. It's going to be a secret reveal about Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace, administer the coup de grace, stutter. Yep. You're also not even the same species as her, and you're not gonna care. Even though technically, DQs and... Well, anyways. For those who know old Zelda games, mostly Zelda 1. Zelda 1, I think? Wasn't Goma also... Oh, I know. Just Zelda 1. So, returning enemy from Zelda 1. There's also a boss fight in Zelda 1. Look right into the eyeball and say hello to Ratchet Queen Gomid. Goma. I almost said Gozer to be fair, because I'm like Ghostbusters. Start her when she's red. Oh, crap. Frick. I also frick that up. It's fine. She's gonna go in the ceiling. Follow her so Navi can still Z-target her. As she's going out of the ceiling, she's gonna have her eyeball, her iris or whatever turn red. Smack her down, jump attack one more time, and I messed up. I do that a lot faster, by the way. It actually only takes 2 jump attacks from the Dig Stick. Because for those who don't know, the jump attack, regardless of how you do it, if through the Kokiri Sword or the Dig Stick, it does whatever multiplied damage of it would be. So for the Kokiri Sword, it's times 2 damage. For the Dig Stick, it's times 4 damage. And that's generally how you want to take a lot of bosses on if you can help it. We did it! We freed you! There's a lot of talking still. Like on. I got courage. Yeah. A wicked man for the desert. Yeah. Now we're getting the story about Link. Or Ganondorf, really. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The essence of gods. And the rest of this should be auto dialogue. There we go. Auto text, so I can take a break and drink something. I'm going to take a break now, and I'm going to just chug this water down. Okay. Gotta shut the music, actually. Then the goddess of power, it's strong, a strong flame arm, etc., etc. Basically, made a foundation for Earth. Part of wisdom is the laws of the world. Spirit world. I can read. And Foray, which you should all know from Monster Hunter Ultimate Generations because my really bad naming scheme in that game. Yeah, Ocarina of Time fanboy, effectively. The Triforce! Yay! As I yawn again, I don't know why I'm so tired right now. Must throw a lot of the Desert Man in black armor to lay his hands on the Sacred Triforce. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's happened in the world's history once before already. It happened in Link to the Past. And I guess technically Zelda 1, because Zelda 1, Ganon... Well, he didn't have the Triforce, he just had the... Freaking, I don't remember... I mean, Zelda 1 was also weird. Because it was like... That was back in the day that there's only 2 Triforce. There was Ganon's power and then, like, the courage. And then they messed it up in the cartoon and stuff because the cartoon was like, hey, we got the Triforce of Wisdom. I love that cartoon though, but it's like super cheesy. If you guys ever want to go watch a really bad cartoon and you don't want to watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show or whatever, go watch the Legend of Zelda cartoon. It's pretty bad. I've also been just watching a lot of bad shows recently anyways. Watching Sonic... Actually, I binge-watched Sonic Boom the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, Sonic Boom's really freaking funny. So yeah, fun little fact about what I was doing recently. During the weekend, I was like, what do I want to watch? I'm like, I've heard good stuff about Sonic Boom. I watched it, and I really liked it. I especially liked the bike episode. That bike episode was hilarious. Oh no, we freed him, but the parasitic arachnogoma already kind of fricked him. And now he's just a dead tree. Fun fact, you can still go inside him. And we're gonna have to go back inside him. I do like the like leaf falling animation. That's a really good animation. And Crab's Meadow. Yep. I tried to fix it! Screw you too, buddy! Freaking try to fix something, and it's like, nope! You did it bad. I'm like, well, frick you. You do it. Okay, so, with this, our next episode will take us outside of Kokiri Forest and to go see the Grand Kingdom of Hyrule. I'll see you guys later.